I could have been next to you, and my motions are perpetual. The 38 special, I turn your brains into vegetable. Headshots, only death for you. Sheesh, sheesh. Weight pusher, hump points, great hookers. Hard puncher, hot bars, great hookers. I tuck in the beat, great looker, straight cooker. Where you from? Brownsville, New York, nigga.
My older bitch look like she young, thick something. While I smoke a spliff, she sips something. No kids or nothing, she's funny and dick loving. Her name meant something, used to sell bricks to her husband, but fuck it. Walked by the police, had to tug it, young and bucking. Time to get out, the bell wouldn't buzz in. 22 little rusted, but still be busting. Screaming and cussing, all you see was niggas leaning and ducking. What the fuck do we have here?
Yikes. It's Curry Low, and we back, nigga.
My young boy,
30's boy, and we strapped, nigga.
what's crack? Let's go. Yeah, I ain't ready for this one. Hey, yo, Tuck. Fuck K.O. Tashi.
Yo, man, work time.
Lost the nation.
Listen, it's the C to the R-I. Leave a nigga R-I. P, so I'm a G, so when I creep, nigga, on I. The hottest shit that y'all niggas seen since the sonar. A once in every 10-year average, just like the solar. Eclipse your boy, Loki, focus on the next flip. And niggas wonder how I get bread. Take your pick, whether it's fucking with the bricks, so I'm switching up shifts. The way I switch up my bitch, that's how I switch up my kicks. But you can catch me in the Ville, nigga, putting in work. Dipping from the D's, niggas on my back like a shirt. A hot boy in the shit, but my name ain't Twerk. But you can catch me in New Jersey Dubs, selling that twerk for sure. It's a no swag rap era. We should take it back, no snapback era. Do-rag, fitted cap, backpack era. No mumble rap or this fake trap rap era. Listen, this a no swag rap era. We should take it back, no snapback era. Do-rag, fitted cap, backpack era. No mumble rap or this fake trap rap era. Yo,
hey yo, in the booth, right to the pin break, squeeze the 40, shoot to the pin break, lyrical exercise, rappers better get in shape, schooling you rappers for what my pen state, never been to war, you wasn't Call of Duty, only time you play with guns is playing Call of Duty, I'm the shit, you shit, they used to call you duty, you remind me of a Kim K pick, you all booty, roll a doobie, smoke so much weed, man, the weed man, call me the weed man, dispensaries for my weed plan, my independent ladies say they don't need a man, just a real nigga with a good sex game, long dick style, run down on you niggas like Tyrone, long clip style, pow, they done started with the wrong nigga now, quiet singing, when the casket lowered down,
this a no swag rap era. We should take it back, no snapback era. Do-rag, fitted cap, backpack era. No mumble rap or this fake trap rap era. Listen, this a no swag rap era. We should take it back, no snapback era. Do-rag, fitted cap, backpack era. No mumble rap or this fake trap rap era. Yo, that's your shit, Lil, it's my fault.
Yo, y'all still tuned in there? Hold up, man. Yo, Small, come here real quick. Let me get this shit right, man. Yes, sir. I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. Show some respect. If not, cuz, put it in check. I'm up next. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, the one, the only Dirt Gang TV. Salute to all the dirts out there, man. Y'all know how it go, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. 2 thumbs to the sky. Keep them high. Y'all know how it goes, man. Pass that remote right there. Yeah, man, you know how it goes. So, sorry, man. Listen, y'all know how it go, man. Yesterday, today, 2 very important days. You see what I'm saying? So, I know I didn't get no, give me the other remote real quick. Fuck on them, never. Yeah, I know we haven't really been on here, man, but y'all know what it is, man. So, it don't matter what y'all smoking on, man, whether it's an indica, sativa, a hybrid, that Reggie Miller, the Reginald Jennings. We ain't gonna call it the Helping the Visions. Fuck that. That's called the Helping the Visions all the time. It don't matter whether you smoking it in the Dutch, a backwood, a Swisher Sweet, a Philly, the Fonto with the raw paper, of course, or the Bob Marley paper. But if you had that grapper shit, please keep that to yourself, man. It's time for y'all to sync up, man. I was already synced up already, man. Salute to Pettyville, man. We was over there. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel. It's time for y'all to sync up. Light us up. So, I know what y'all thinking, man. I know what y'all thinking, man. What's the subject, man? What are we talking about? So, I'm going to be honest, man. This has become a hot topic now on YouTube. Crips low riding. Crips low riding in jail. I keep hearing that. Crips in New York jails be low riding. So I'm here to break down to y'all the definition of low riding, A, and B, how Crips move in New York. But we also gonna have, a couple of people pop up here too that's gonna tell us some different things about how shit goes now in their part of town. But I'm about to tell you right now, everything I'm telling y'all about, it's not nothing as far as up north or anything we're talking about right now. We're not talking about up north. We're talking about county jails. When you talk about county jails, I have been locked up. And I'm not glorifying this, because one thing about me, I hate people that glorify jail. Oh, let me get my shit straight. You know what I'm saying? My shit straight on here, man. I hate people who glorify jail. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not one of the people who's glorifying jail or anything of the sort. But I'm definitely here to tell y'all the deal. I've been locked up in Suffolk County jails, all the way Riverhead, all the way out east, Suffolk County jails. Riverhead, and I'd have been locked up in Yaphank. In Nassau County, I'd have been locked up in the Maine before. When it comes to New York City, I have been locked up on Rikers Island before. When it comes to upstate New York, I'd have been locked up in Dunkirk, and I haven't been locked up in Elmira jail, but I've been in there before too, because they had some weird shit going on back a few years ago, 10 years ago, to where shit was getting overpopulated in the jails in New York. So they was moving a lot of people to a lot of different jails and shit like that in New York City. So when it comes down to the local jails, I'd have been in a lot of different of the county jails out there. So me being a Crip, I was a Crip before the first time I got locked up. So I gotta tell you, if you hear any Crip come on here on YouTube talking about it was easy to be a Crip in jail, they're lying. If you hear any Crip come on YouTube talking about they did mad banging in jail, we talking about from let's just say from the mid 90s up until like, let's just say 2000, let's just say 2010 to make it a good 15-year span. Any Crip saying that they was had the whole jail on lock or had a whole building or some shit like that, or they was the majority, is lying. One thing I could tell y'all, there's a difference between Crips denying their flag in jail and low riding in jail. I think a lot of people are taking that terminology and using it out of context. To low ride, you know what happens in a lot of jails, a lot of different states? Say if you go in that jail, right? And there's other Crips inside that jail and you inside a Crip house and they doing Crip shit. Banging on anybody that come inside of there, drug trade kind of shit, shit like that. But they know you Crip, but at the same time, you just want to do your time and get up out of there. So at the same time, yeah, you Crip. They know you Crip, but you not just participating in any of those, if it's time to go ride on the other side kind of shit, like they know to not come get you. Why? Because you're low rider. That's what a definition of a low rider is. Denying your flag. Give you a scenario. You in that same Crip house and you a Crip, and the Crips come up and ask you, yo, you Crip? And you say, nah, I'm not Crip. But then you leave jail and you still come back to the street and you still claim Crip. That's denying your flag. Similar to low riding? Yes. Same thing? No. it's a lot of context is being taken out. If you in there, you trying to do your time, you don't necessarily have to participate. Now, let me tell you this. Us being on the East Coast, we was taught to move in silence, especially when you outnumbered. So when you get locked up and you go to these places like Suffolk County, Nassau County, Rikers Island, it don't matter what jail you go to in New York, 9 times out of 10, it's blood predominant, it's predominantly blood dominated. So you're not supposed to walk in there, yo, fuck that, I'm Crip. Any blood nigga want to fight? Like, you're not supposed to walk in there and do that shit. You're supposed to walk in there, chill, blend in. That's what you're supposed to do. Low ride. You riding low. You chilling. Somebody comes up to you and asks you, yo, you Crip? You can't deny your shit. You're supposed to be like, yeah, I'm Crip. Then whatever happens from there, happens from there. If they come up to you and be on some shit like, oh shit, what's popping, blood? See what I'm saying? Shit like that. You as a Crip, you supposed to know your response to that. Somebody walk up to you, oh, who the fuck is this? Yo, reality is a farce. I need you to put a nah, I see 2K up there. What the fuck is going on here? I don't know who you are, my guy. You got to put a face up there too. So yeah, they come up to you and they asking you, you're like, yeah, you know, oh, you know, what's good, blood? What's popping, blood, or some shit like that. You supposed to respond as a Crip. If you don't, and you just try to go on some shit like, oh shit, you know, yada, 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 then it is what it is. See what I'm saying? Nah. Reality is far as you good. Stay up here. You good. What's good, fam? Can you hear me?
Yes, brother. I was just vibing what you were saying, brother. God bless.
Yeah, God bless you too, man. Yeah, nah, you good, though. Sometimes, you know, they be doing some weirdo stuff on YouTube sometimes. See what I'm saying? So, you know, just gotta make sure.
Yes,
so,
sir.
So yeah, so basically it's certain stuff and certain guidelines. You're not supposed to go into jail and just announce yourself like, yeah, I'm Crip. Who won it? You're not supposed to do that. You was not taught that way. Now, let me get something clear. I didn't have seen certain Crips do that in certain times, in certain places. But realize Rikers Island is a big place, man. Rikers Island is a very big place. So let's get into it, man. It's been a lot of talk on YouTube, man. So you got YouTubers that's pretty much doing videos that's talking about a lot of different, just like his stories about being Crip in jail. Once again, until somebody come out that saying that can prove to say that his stories is fake, ain't nobody here to say his stories is fake. See what I'm saying? Because still nobody has yet to come out to do that. But a lot of people feel like his stories get over exaggerated sometimes. But once again, I try to tell people too, he's a little bit younger. He's like 10 years younger than a lot of us that's on YouTube right now that's talking about this gang stuff. You see what I'm saying? So what he might have went through after 2010 is not where a lot of us went through 1995 to 2010. It's not what a lot of us went through now. Is a difference. There's no Crip module SAG. There's a Crip module now, but before there was no Crip module. If you was a Crip on Rikers Island, you was going into a blood house. I don't give a fuck. After 1995, if you was a Crip in New York and you got locked up on Rikers Island, you was going into a blood house. You can go into blood house where you had calm, chill blood niggas. You can go into a rowdy super blood house. You can go into a blood house where maybe be 10, 15 niggas. You can go into a blood house where it's 50 niggas at. But you was going into a blood house regardless of the fact. So if you seen one of your lokes in there on the street and he come up to you like, yo, what's cracking, and try to throw it up with you, you couldn't be on no bitch shit like, oh, nah, cuz, you see what I'm saying? You know, it's man, what's name? That's denying.
Yeah.
That's denying. But if that loke come up to me too, and he on some shit like, listen, you know, it's mad bloods in here, whatever like that, you see what I'm saying? We still gonna throw it up, but just be careful. That's literally them just low riding. That's them just low riding. You see what I'm saying? So hold on, let me add what's the name real quick. Yo, Jet Blue, what's the word, son?
Yeah, what's good, bro? How you, man?
Hey, shit, man, you know how that go, man. Chilling, just sitting here talking about these little politics. So let me ask you a question, being that you up here. Have you ever found yourself on Rikers Island before?
Of course, man. That's like my motherfucking I'm from the Bronx, so we either go to VCBC, Rikers Island, or sometimes we go to MDC. But MDC is mainly like a Manhattan thing. But they mainly send Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens niggas to Rikers Island or go to Brooklyn House. So
yep, especially because the Queens House is closed down.
So me personally, I never been to Brooklyn House, but I always went to Rikers Island. Every time I went, normally I'm in OBCC, Old Boy, Oldest Bathing Correctional Center.
Yo, sir, early, what's cracking, Lo?
What's cracking, huh?
Ain't shit, chilling. Go ahead, finish, bro.
But me personally, like my Rikers Island experience, never really had a hard time. But I would say for Crips, they always had a hard time, and they mainly run Brooklyn House. That's the house that they run. They mainly run Brooklyn House.
Yeah, so let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself to where somebody was actually questioning what you was? And if that's the case, what was your response to that?
Well, usually for instance, right, when you come inside a house now, first thing they're gonna ask you is what you banging. Right, so my thing is, you either gonna be gangster or you gonna be liberal. If you really want to low ride and be liberal, you just say, shit, I'm banging black. I'm banging everything black and for the cause. Yeah, I'm saying you ain't really gotta speak after that. If you're a real nigga, he gonna rock with that. That's like, that's the umbrella, everything black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact. And that's why I try to tell people
if you stand up on that, but then again, you might have some niggas that ain't jacking that, and you got to get up out that spot. But me personally, I'm begging everything black for the cause. You dig?
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact, man. So, Sir Early, have you ever found yourself locked up in a situation or somewhere on the East Coast, as far as like New York or New Jersey?
No.
Or what about down south?
No, hell no. Like really, I ain't no, it's really not that serious. Damn, I almost broke this shit. No, I ain't never go through that type of shit around here. And there's something else I would like to add to if you ask me like really about Casanova and Scheme, I think if I'm not mistaken, yo, those cats like came up in like a Crip hood and shit, right? So I think they turned blood, and you get what I'm saying, when they got locked down, just because all the Crips was down. You get what I'm saying? Being oppressed and all of that shit.
Nah, let me tell you what's going on in New York City jails, because that shit happened a lot. A lot of times when you as a neutral person, you got put in the blood dome, they will either tell you got to turn blood or pack your shit up. Or sometimes they might pack you up if you didn't want to turn blood. So a lot of people got pressured into turning blood. That's why I tell people a lot of time, it's hard for you to go on Rikers Island for a long time without somebody actually asking you, what do you rep or where you from, kind of all deal. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's how it may be happening. You see what I'm saying? They come up like, yo, listen, it's a blood house. You see what I'm saying? But you can rock, you just turn blood kind of shit. You as a Crip, you got to answer like, listen, nah, my nigga, I can't, you know what I'm saying, nigga, I'm Crip. I can't turn blood. You see what I'm saying? That's when the shit instantly get jumping. So that's what I'm saying. It's many scenarios, and it's like, unless you one of them niggas that just sitting on your bunk all day, quiet, talking to nobody kind of shit, then, but other than that, it's going to be somebody within a couple of days that's going to come ask you that question. So that's why I try to tell people it's a difference, because sometimes I know Crips now that get locked up if go to a Crip house, but they just be chilling because they don't want to do no shit that's going to get them no time. These niggas be locked up for stupid shit. Driving with no licenses, probation violations, and all kind of stupid shit. So if you in there with people, that's facing time, man, that's a fact, man. Nerd D, man, happy hood day, man. All my Harlems, man, 2 thumbs in the sky, man, keep them hot. Yeah, man, but if you in there and you just trying to chill, you're not gonna condone into all that shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I try to tell people it's a difference with low riding. That happens in a lot of states. Like when you in California and you go to prison, all that gang shit is out the window. Like if you black, you running with the blacks. You see what I'm saying? So
they're going BGF out there. You know,
Yeah,
it
you see.
depends.
Yes,
Like, yo,
sir.
man, you got some blue notes and you got some CCOs. I mean, it depends on what's going on.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's crazy too because the CCOs is like that shit is so old. It's kind of like disintegrating right now. But it's like
Jet
at the
Blue,
end
you
of the
don't
day,
know about the
yeah,
CCO Jet Blue. Jet
Yeah, but
Blue
the
be
new
doing some
thing,
shit though.
yeah, but the new thing is the blue notes. Like the blue notes then took over that
yeah,
whole.
they trying to take over the whole
Yeah.
shit. But you got to make sure they know shit to where because the CCO actually had guidelines and shit that they were sticking to. That it was very structural. How the Black Panthers was structural.
Yeah.
But the Blue Notes got to make sure they don't do how the Crips did. Was supposed to take over that status, and the shit just went to a whole nother direction. You see what I'm saying? But you know, as far as like this,
Yeah.
yeah, man. As far as this whole jail shit go, though, man, I try to tell people it's like when you outnumbered, sometimes you will go in that block, and you will just see it'll just be mad blood niggas. And if you're not, and then listen, somebody either gonna recognize you, or they gonna try to be cool, and you know, and the words gonna come out. You see what I'm saying? It's just certain words and shit that you don't say as a Crip, certain way you talk, your lingo. So at the end of the day, I don't feel like Crips can go in there and do whole bids. Like you can't do no county bullet without anybody asking you like what like that's almost impossible. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think like it depends on what jail you go in. Because for instance, right, if you go in Rikers Island is like a all blood, and a lot of them niggas is like undercard. And what I mean by undercard is they could be with the unity, but they can't speak on that publicly. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you go to places like let me see, like I would say anywhere that's upstate, I would say like a let me see, how can I say? Like I would say
That's what I'm saying. Them upstate jails is the same way. Same thing like the Long Island jails. Most of them shits is they blood dominated.
I would say like a place like Easton. Easton is like a on a max. That's like a place where it's more unification, you know, because everybody done been jailed with each other for long terms. They done already done beef with these people. You see, the streets in jail is different. It's a miscommunication. So most time in jail, there's no beef. It's a truce. But on the street,
23 Savage. Come on, bro. Don't make me fucking come on, bro. I'm about to block you, bro. Don't do that shit. You my God. That was very you can't even say pause after that. Go ahead. My fault, Jeff Blue. Go ahead, bro.
You know, like most time in the New York City State Prison, if anybody's familiar with it, right? It's a miscommunication with the streets in jail, and I think that goes globally because niggas on the streets, right? They don't know what's going on behind the walls. Behind the walls, you got people doing life 50 and 1,000 years. They not trying to be for a day, so it's a big unity in there. But it's like on the street, it ain't no unity. So a lot of times the truce and the ties are broke on the street, and that's what creates the gang wars in the prison. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's a fact, man. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And
do that make sense? Do that make sense?
Yeah. No, listen, that makes sense too. And that's why I try to tell people too. It's like when people think of New York, they only think of New York City, not even realizing like it's jails all through New York. And you talk about state jails and you talking about county jails. It's all through New York too. So same thing with like Jersey too. A lot of that's what I was talking to Stats earlier about, man. A lot of the Jersey jails are like that too, as far as to where they're very blood dominated. And people always ask me, like, why is there so many bloods in the New York City prison system? And I try to tell, go ahead, break it down.
Most of them niggas is fugazi. Let me tell you something, right? Let me break this down for you. Let me break this down for you on another way, right?
Man, you got a blood niggas on your ass. Go ahead, nigga.
Nah, I'm Jet Blue. They can't do nothing about that.
Good, my nigga. Talk that shit.
The reason why I say it's a big miscommunication. Let me tell you something, right? It's a big miscommunication between the jails and the streets. Half of these dudes that niggas is saying that they under and they saying, oh, that's my big homie. In jail, them niggas ain't even sanctioned. They're nobody. They're fucking termite. They're mice. But they self-proclaim that got y'all niggas thinking that they OGs. So they say, oh, my name is OG Stomach Ache. Right? My name is OG Stomach Ache, and I got fucking. Just because he say he's an OG, he done did 15 years in jail. Now he got a whole bunch of little homies running under him. That's technically fugazi because he's not even sanctioned. You understand?
I mean, but yeah, I see what you're saying, but you can't really put every blood that turned blood in jail in that category. And the reason why I'm saying, that too, yeah, listen, the specific reason why I'm saying that is, hold on one second, hold on.
Yo, do they be checking for tats and stuff too? Like in the New York jails, you know, like come in and be like, "Yo, I don't bang." Do you know the blood tats and stuff?
It depends. Once again, it depends because the only time you're gonna see a nigga without his shirt on is if he working out here in the shower, or you just got some heavy gang time and niggas is pressing. But that don't usually happen. That mainly happen when somebody see you. Like he said, they got low riders, right? So you might get a dude that's talking to you for 3 months straight. He might be a blood. He just talking to you, filling you out. And pretty sure by tune, you might say, yo, like I told a dude one time, right? Like we only bang deuces and trades, right? In New York City. Off the rip, he knew that I was a Crip nigga.
Yeah.
Just by that conversation.
You know, my brother, in the 5 bureaus, my brother, you know, they be the state be checking them tattoos.
Yeah, that's what I was
down.
But they don't do the dog paws no more, and they don't really do the tattoos no more. All of that was like first generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you, brother. But you know the state. I'm talking about the state. The state they look for every little thing because on that form you could just lie all about your affiliations, but they check your body. Because you know the tats tell everything. The state, you know, the ops, they check that shit. You know.
Hey, but you see, the thing with that is it's more now where it's like I said, a lot of people are fugazi, man. And the reason I say fugazi is because we missing the foundation. You know, the foundation ain't to be it's not to be what it is, what's going on, right? So the people that's setting the tone and setting the trend, they leading them wrong. So it's obvious that they fugazi.
So let me ask you something, man. You talking about anybody who turned blood in jail that's not first generation? That's what you're pretty much that's what you're talking about?
Hey yo, I'm not.
You gotta put like a year stamp on there too, because
all right, well check this out. I don't want to disrespect nobody, but this is my personal opinion, right? Anybody that wasn't a part of that first core and you joined gang in jail, you're not official because you did it for an ulterior motive. Most niggas that go to jail and join gangs, they doing it to get privileges, phone time, extra food, roll with the rush, free drugs. They doing it for ulterior motive. You feel me? So if you wasn't a part of that first generation that was fighting for oppression, you were fugazi.
So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I had this argument with not an argument, but it was more like a discussion.
That's my opinion, though, bro.
You're right. I was trying to explain to him why was it harder to turn to be in a gang on the street rather than turning the gang in jail too. Is like, as I told him, he was like, "Well, what about Crips in jail?" I said, "I'm gonna be honest. In New York City, there was really back then there was no recruiting field." And like the Crips didn't have no whole house, so it was like, fuck it, we just gonna recruit mad Crips and shit like that. At least from my knowledge, when I was in there, you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, so it never got to that point. Like, if you turn Crip, you turn Crip on the street.
Yeah, Crips don't turn Crip in jail. That's not something we do. You know what I mean?
But that's something only that happens pretty much predominantly on the East Coast. Now on the West Coast, it's different. You see what I'm saying? Because now here it's different because there's predominantly. Well, I'm not gonna say the whole West Coast. Because like in San Diego, it's predominantly Bloods in jail, but when you go to LA and all that shit, it's predominantly Crips inside of the jails.
Yeah, brother. I tell you right now, though, brother. Right now, it's fucking all Sureños, Norteño. Them motherfuckers run all that shit. They call it gladiator school, and they jumping everybody. It's crazy out there, man.
Yo, is my headphones bleeding into the shit? Because I just got a
Nah, you sound regular. You good?
Tell you though, them Chicanos down there, man, they pack these days, man. It's not the same no more, dog.
Nah, hey, it's good.
So the homie Blue Boy stuff, right? Was he a Crip in the streets or something?
Nah.
So yeah, go ahead, JetBlue. Good. You
From
got some
my
info on that? Good.
from my understanding, and this comes from my boy Raheem Green, right? Raheem Green and Danny Martin. They opened up Shawanga. Shawanga is a supermax. They opened up Shawanga, I believe, in 84, 87, 86. I'm not even sure because I was born in 87. But I'm just telling you, this is all third party. This is not something that I have facts on, right? But he wasn't a Crip when he went from the street. When he came in jail and he seen that the Bloods was predominantly um fighting for oppression, and they had overthrow all of the Spanish people. Like they had overthrow the Latin kings and then the Yetas. There was no mas. They stopped claiming and the war was over. He's you see, like you know how they say pro black? Blue Boy was pro Latino. So
Yeah.
when he seen that his people was being how can I say tormented because like I said the war was over, they didn't want no more beef. All of the niggas that they was looking for already been done. He said, "Yo, I'm pro Latino, so I'm gonna say that I'm Crip and I'm going against the blood niggas." Because Crip was on the up Crip in jail was like on the upcoming, so he went with the rush and he became that nigga. He became the face of the Crips in the state prisons.
Damn,
And
he devoted his way in.
and remember, this is just third party because
This
you
is
got to
third
remember
party, bro.
Oh,
So
a lot
once
of
again, but
a
it make
lot
a
of
lot of sense
Spanish,
to me though.
a lot of Latinos. If you was Latino, you was like running with the Nietas, you was running with the
Yeah,
Latin Kings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for
He
you to
was
actually
pro Latino, like I said, and he seen these people getting ricochet matic, you know what I'm saying? And he decided to rock with that and say, hey man, I'm gonna stand up for them. And
Well,
before you know
you
it,
know what's crazy, brother? It's all about the moolah. You know, it's like the Black Album. It's all about the money. And these motherfuckers, they got the plug from Pablo all the way to now. It's the CIA. All these weirdos been working with these niggas. You know, so they got all that plug now. Whereas the brothers, they've been struggling trying to move. You know what? You know all the little shit. Like really, let's be honest. Like we've been at a disadvantage when it comes to to them. You know.
you know,
mm-hmm.
you know why. And you see, I don't want to big myself up or anything, but JetBlue is like a black conglomerate. It's like the modern day Black Panthers, the East Coast BGF. You know, we're trying to bring every organization together because at the end of the day, like you just said, all of them
Mm-hmm.
other races, they got the plugs, they got the conglomerate that's sticking together. And what do the Crips and Bloods got? They ain't got no foundation, no corporation, no fraternity, no legal entities, and they not getting no government funding.
Yeah.
All of these other groups is getting government funding. Look at the El Rukans, the Black Keystone Rangers. You feel me?
So
Yeah.
JetBlue, do you feel like
Look at
because
G
I'm not even
Davis.
gonna
I
lie,
mean,
the whole
look at the Gangster Disciples with Larry Hoover. That's why he changed it over to growth and development so he can get government funding.
so let me ask you something, right? Because a lot of people now is getting recognition is now because I'm gonna be honest. When you was first talking about the whole little JetBlue movement, you know, you speaking very, very, vaguely about it, but at the same time, a lot of people didn't know what you was talking about. But now it's a lot of light coming to that whole movement.
You
Yeah.
know
Do
why
you
I was
hold on,
speaking?
wait, let me finish. Hold on, let me
My
finish
bad. I
though.
apologize.
No, you good. So with that being said, too, because what I'm gonna say is gonna interact right with what you're gonna say too. With that being said, do you feel like now that it's been a little bit more light shined on y'all on the organization, do you feel like it's gonna be something that's gonna be taken as far as like as a good reception, or do you feel like y'all gonna take a lot of slack because y'all molding so much different shit into one?
Well, I'm gonna say this right, and this is like with no regards to any criminal ongoing activities, right? I'm
Mhm.
the first nigga to come on YouTube and speak on JetBlue. I think Sir Early can be a um witness to that.
Yeah,
Um,
fact.
when I was on when I was on Ice Show about 2 years ago, I mean I don't really mean to shine no light on homie. Salute to him. Me and him got a little problem going on right now. That's not for the internet. You dig?
Mhm.
Um, I was the first nigga to put the JetBlue shit on, and I don't really want no credit for it because, like I said, I'm not CJ and I'm not bigger than the movement. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? I really can't like I always said, I really can't talk too much about it because um I don't want to be out of pocket. You know what I mean? Like I said, I only talk personal opinion by unbiased and my truth. So I really can't say too much because if I say one thing, somebody's going to question it, and then I'm going to have to give my truth, and I don't want to be disrespectful about it.
Yeah, no, I got you. So so let's talk about the positivity of it though, as far as like what you was getting into, as far as like the you know, how gangs are not getting as far as like recognition and getting these government grants and all that shit. That's something that your whole the team and the movement is going to pursue, or have y'all start pursuing it already?
Well, to be honest, once again, salute to that boy, salute to that guy CJ, right? Kid that came out with the Whoopty song. He patented that word Whoopty. He patented that word Whoopty, right?
Yeah, that was fucked. You don't feel like that's fucked up?
No, of course
he patented that shit.
You see, once again, I'm gonna plead the fifth on that, right? Because
okay, yeah, good.
I gotta plead the fifth on that because, like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But I'm just gonna say salute to him in a way of being non-biased, right? He patented something that no gang member ever in history did. He showed all of y'all gang members something to do that. No big homie has ever patented anything from the gang.
All right, but hold on. Let me stop you right there. Do you think it's a reason why nobody has patented shit like that before? Not saying like, because listen, let's be for real. It's not like he's the first one to think of it. But do you think it's a reason why people in the past haven't patented gang shit?
Of course, the reason why. And how they say how the homie said for God gave a good Crip the late neighborhood Nip, right? He couldn't patent Rich Rollin because Rich Rollin is bigger than him. And so yeah, I disagree with that for somebody patenting it because you ain't CJ is what 20 something. It's niggas that been died 50, 60 years ago for that shit. So
correct.
So I don't agree with it because like the little homie told me upstate one time, right? I told him, yo, I don't care about no phone. I'm automatically getting on at 8 o'clock. I got a slot. He said, yo, it's niggas that died for these phones. We all got to stick together. So even though I told him that I don't care about the phones because I banged for my slot, he was a nigga that was trying to go against the police. And I said, yo, you know what? Niggas really died for this phone. So I'm not bigger than the movement.
But listen, think about this, right? This is why he taking slack for it too. The name of my channel is Dirt Gang TV.
Of course.
I know I am not the only Dirt Gang member that's out there. So therefore, my name is Pat and Harlem Smalley. For sure. There's a bunch of Harlems out there. Salute to the Harlem, man. Rich Rollins to the death. Y'all know how I go. But at the same time, I wouldn't be able to just patent Dirt Gang TV without taking slack. Because it's a lot of people before me and that's going to come after me that's going to represent that. And they're going to feel like, okay, well, we're all part of this. We all deserve a piece of that pie. So now here's the problem. I feel like with CJ, with the whole Whoopty shit, if that was something you did, cool. But at the same time, it's certain people that's a part of that felt like he hasn't been breaking bread with the right people who is still representing that movement. So my question is, it's like, with him patenting it, do you feel like what's done is done? Should he just break bread, or is that something you're not even gonna plead the fifth again on?
Well, technically, I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer this in a legal standing, right? When you look at that right there, if he starts talking anything besides what he did, he's gonna be caught up in a conspiracy case. Because basically, they can say that you're funding a terrorist group with arms and ammunition, guns and ammunition, and drugs.
Yeah. So you not disputing the fact that, I mean, because I've been hearing a lot people saying he ain't Whoopty, he is Whoopty. So it's a lot of people that's not really.
Shit is because I know saying he's not Whoopty. That might be. You know what? I'm gonna plead the fifth on that again.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
He's not Whoopty.
Right? Yeah, that's a good answer because if he's not, then that draws a whole different.
Hey yo, he might. They might, how can I say? He might have some people that's behind, and what's going on might not be what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That might not be what's really going on. That might be something else. This might be a smoke screen.
Yeah, because he seemed I ain't gonna lie, he seemed a little I know it's certain blood sets to where a lot of them
Son
are
is
predominantly
official.
older. No. Yeah, I'm not talking about as far as because I ain't gonna lie. He had a couple of notables in his video.
Son is official.
But once again, it's like also 6ix9ine also had a couple of notables in his video. Not even comparing the two, but the crazy part about it is it's like he seemed a little young to where he would actually be fully adapted and fully a part of that. Because I'm gonna be a lot of people who you hear saying the whoopty shit, that's older shit. A lot of older heads say that. You're not hearing the younger cats even use that shit because it's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, he jacked. And that song, he jacked a lot of terminology. He jacked a lot of other niggas' terminology, not just the whoopty shit. He was talking about the tree shiz and the fucking Zaza go to the Mata. He was jacking mad nigga shit inside that song. You see what I'm saying? So it's just the whoopty shit. It made so much of an impact because he patented it. You see what I'm saying? So once again, it's like if you want to do something like that, you gotta break bread, all that too. 23 Savage said, Dirt Gate TV, how do you feel about Quando Rondo, the Rolling Crip? Let me tell you this. Quando Rondo is from Sir Early's set. This is from this guy right here. He's from that guy's set. But they're from different states. You got to realize there is 60s in fucking probably like 20 different states in the United States. There's a lot of different 60s. Hold on, Jeff Lucas. I know you got an insight. Yeah, there's a lot of different 60s. So he figured he being 60s from down south can reach out to Big U, which is, you know, a notable 60 from LA, and that it was just gonna all just be all good and all peaches and cream. That shit backfired. That shit backfired. I keep telling y'all niggas. The way a lot of Crip niggas think in LA, I keep trying to tell y'all, I don't give a fuck how much y'all see the rappers going in and out of there and all that. A lot of them in their heart believe you not Crip from LA, you not Crip. So I already knew you can't reach out from a down south state. You see what I'm saying? It's now like the Grape Streets, right? The Grape Streets in Jersey, they acknowledge the Grape Streets in LA. They acknowledge the Grape Streets in Jersey and they acknowledge the Grape Street in Memphis. You see what I'm saying? But there's Grape Streets in other states, but those are the two states they acknowledge. Same thing like the Harlems that's in LA. They recognize the Harlems that's in Florida and the Harlems that's in New York. You see what I'm saying? As far as states goes. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you talk about you from 60s from another state, nah, you're not gonna get the 60 nigga LA unless you go out there pro on your team. But what Quando Rondo did, a lot of people felt like was some fuck shit, whether he Crip or not. And then on top of that, you gotta realize Big U get involved. Now you talking about Crips versus BDs, the first time ever in history. We not doing that shit. We not doing that shit at all, my nigga. Go ahead, JetBlue.
Well, I think we all want, you know, the separation that's going on. Is like, you know, it's too much separation. It's like if you Crip, you Crip. You know what I'm saying? If you blood, you blood. If you people's army, you people's army. If you know what I'm saying?
Said people's army?
Yeah, people's army, JetBlue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really, I mean, my bad, man, for, you know, lingo and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the first time I heard that. That's why I asked, though. I thought you was just
lingo.
like,
you know, that's
lingo.
Yeah.
Salute, man.
You know, me, I'm people's army, man. I'm for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
My brother.
Everybody
you know
that
and that's how they get us, my brother. Divide and conquer,
that got the same goal. You know, I remember at one time when I was coming up. Hey, sis.
What's up, Ray Ray?
I remember when I was coming up, right? You couldn't tell what set a guy in a red rag was. You couldn't tell what set a guy in a blue rag was because they all wasn't conglomerate. And if you disrespected one, you disrespected all. So now they got this thing where they talking about all this K this and K that and K this, man. Like, niggas just talking about what state and what set they from. No pun intended. But my thing is, like I said, we all black on this panel, right? When the police come to get us, regardless if you rolling 60, you four trail, whatever you banging, right? When they come to get you, they all want to say y'all together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my thing is, we all got to be together, wins and losses. You dig?
Now, Sheree, you being from
Oh my
California.
God. So you know it's trying to be a lady and not come up here and talk about gang banging.
Oh,
but
nah. So nah. I know you got the insight. Listen, man. Nah, I know you got insight. So let me ask you
but
this
I
too,
wanted to because I
good.
really don't feel like it's a lady's place to speak on gang banging as OG
Nah, but
cheated
you got
niece,
insight
right?
though. You got insight
But
though.
but I
Yeah.
want to say this. I feel like LA get a bad rep for hating on other states that are Crips, that are Bloods as well.
Mhm.
Because I don't feel that they genuinely feel like y'all shouldn't be claiming this, right? I think people are happy with the movement, but I think what throws LA people off is that it sometimes changes from state to state. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
rules change, the hierarchy changes, and now we're so like far removed from the beginning that people
Mhm.
don't respect the older homies. Like they don't respect them. So you know they don't respect the origins.
Mhm. So Sheree, let me tell
You
you
don't
this.
even
I
know
used
the
to do
history
this.
of the Crips.
I used to do
And
this
you say that your set
exercise.
is like the most authentic.
Mhm.
That's a fact, Miss
I used to
Ebony.
do this. Hold on, y'all. I used to do this exercise in class with a couple of my teachers, and I know a lot of y'all that did this before too. She'll go to the front of the classroom and tell one of the students a 2 sentence
Mm-hmm.
secret, and you
Mm-hmm.
that student got to pass it. That student got to pass it all the way
Telephone,
until it
my
gets to the
brother.
last person. That's a
Telephone.
fact. Yeah, Cole, that's a fact, man. The telephone.
You
So
know, so I
my
feel like they get offended by that. Don't
yep,
look at it
but
as they hate. I think they get offended. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but you know
You know,
what's crazy is though,
hey,
every time I done did that before, good reality as far as good.
hey, my bad, brothers and
No,
sisters.
you good.
I call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think it's divide and conquer. At the end of the day, like my family from Cali, they always be talking about how our black brothers and sisters are arguing with each other all day, while other minority groups are taking over in politics, taking over in gangland, taking over in everything, you know. And I'm over here like, why are we so divided and conquered? You know, we need to unite.
You know what my belief is, right? Is that
And you know another thing I want to say too, another factor that's personal between me and Smiley. Me and Smiley are a year apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not that far removed from the beginning. My dad is an original Crip. So that's only one generation away, right? So people feel like if you're going to be claiming something, then you need to know the roots and you need to like uphold what these guys established. It's a
Correct.
lot of
Yeah.
people in a lot of places that are just saying Crip. They don't even
Yep.
wear their rags on the right side. Tell me I'm
Listen.
lying.
No, that's a
yo,
fact.
let me
And
chime in.
listen, hold on.
Let me chime in on that for a
Good,
second.
Jet Blue, good.
You see where the problem happened was, right? A lot of the gangs are predominantly guys, right? And a lot of these guys came from single parent homes. They didn't have men in their life, so a lot of them resent men, right? So they really can't take orders from men. The new generation resents men, so they not.
Jet Blue, your shit is hold on. Somebody got an echo. Let me see who that is. Hold up. Everybody mute up real quick. All right, Jet Blue, start talking real quick.
Yeah, I was saying a lot of these
All
guys
right, hold
that's
on.
in this.
Stop. Yo, reality is sparse. Turn your mic off. Nah, go ahead, Jet Blue. Keep talking. Reality, yeah, go ahead. No. Keep your mic on real quick.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Jet Blue, talk.
A lot of these kids that's coming up in this new generation
Sir
that's
Early, turn your
ganging.
mic on. Go ahead, keep going. Yeah, Sir
Yo,
Early, that's you. Yo, yeah, Sir Early, your shit got that echo. Go out and come back in. I'm gonna drop the link again.
I'll wait till you come back in and finish my spill.
Nah, go ahead, bro. He gonna
All
come back in.
right. Now you see a lot of these new generation. We're talking about new generation gang members. Anybody that's 27 and under, right? They came from single parent homes. They didn't really have men in their life, so a lot of them resent men and all of that. They really don't like men, and they won't take orders from nobody that resembles an elder. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's in their father or their grandfather bracket, because that's who they resent. So a old G trying to come tell a young nigga something is like you scolding them. You know what I mean? And they really can't settle for that because tell the truth, the old niggas wasn't there when they came up. The old niggas was in prison, they was missing. And a lot of times, to be honest with you, I respect the OGs, right? But I don't like them. you know. And the reason why I don't like them is because I feel we was out there putting the work in, coming back, bringing the shit back to them, and they never put on when we needed it. When we fell off, they didn't put back on for us. You know what I mean? We was out there putting the work in, bringing back the rewards and shit to the old heads. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. So Sheree, let me ask you a question. The gangs in LA, and when you go to prison, right? I know because I know a lot of your uncles. I know you got uncles and stuff that been probably through the prison system. Do they tell you a lot of the stories between the difference of being in the county jail versus when they go to prison? Because in county jail in LA, it's still a lot of the gang stuff that's going on. But once you go to prison, like I don't give a fuck if you Grape Street and you got somebody standing over there from bounty hunters, like y'all got to work together. It's black versus other races. So have your uncles ever told you any story like that to where that has happened to them?
They always say that the county jails are much harder than prison. And definitely the feds is like Camp Cupcake, right? But the county jails all across California is no bueno. It's hard for them.
Hey, sis, what they call them? They call them gladiator schools, sis, huh?
And especially if you go to certain places, like you were talking about San Diego earlier, right? But if you go to San Bernardino County, then you got to deal with all the white supremacists that are out there. So that's a whole nother fight.
That's a fact.
So it's not just gangs, but it's them too,
Yeah, San Bernardino County. I don't even like going out there because, like, if they got that in the prison system, you already know how the streets is looking out there. So I ain't gonna lie. You as a black person, you gonna run into another race that pretty much ain't gonna be receptive.
So a lot of people be looking at California like red and blue, right? But really, at the end of the day, black people are endangered species because they got to go up against some white boys, and then they got to go up against the Hispanics too.
Yeah, and the API. And the API, let's not forget that anyone who mix or not, Chicano or black or white, they go API, and that's a lot of people down there too, man.
Yeah, and what's crazy
I'm not saying that Crips and Bloods is not still a problem, but I'm saying there's layers of problems for black men in the county jail.
And what kills me, Sheree, what I don't get it too, is because with California dealing with so much Spanish gangs, I thought they were like be more receptive to understand how and why blood started inside of New York, because you would think, them dealing with Mexican gangs and them just being like, okay, well, another Hispanic gang, which is the Latin Kings, had the jails on lock. So they grouped together, started something to just, kind of overthrow that and took that over. But nah, it was the exact opposite. But I try to tell people.
But I'm going to be honest, even though we all black in here, I'm going to be honest. We target the Hispanic communities a lot. You know what I'm saying? The cornmen get robbed, the vendors get robbed, and then they want to fight back. When they get in them systems and it's more numbers.
That's only West Coast stuff, though. I try to tell people too, the difference between Hispanics on the West Coast and the East Coast is very different. Hispanics on the East Coast are looked at just like black people. If you are Puerto Rican and you are Dominican, I don't care if any cop's eyes, you are looked at the same thing as a black person. Hence the reason why a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans use the term nigga, and they use it, and it's not an offense. To where if you got anybody out here on this West Coast, and it's a Hispanic person, and they say nigga, they walk up to you, what's good, nigga? Oh, nah, that's a fight. That's a fade. You know what I'm saying? To where if you go to New York, Puerto Rico, yo, what's good, my nigga? That happens a lot. You see what I'm saying? So it's and I try to tell people too, people like, damn, how come y'all let the Hispanic people in New York call y'all nigger and stuff like that? I'm like, they're not calling us nigger like that. They saying it the way we use it, in the same term we use it, because in the eyes of everybody else, if you Dominican, if you Puerto Rican, if you're black, if you're Jamaican, if you're West Indian, if you're Nigerian, I don't care if you're Guyanese, they're looking at you all the same way when it comes down to the East Coast.
Right.
A whole different.
But see, y'all got layers of Hispanic people. We don't have layers. Either you black or you Mexican. We didn't discuss the 4 racial groups in California. You white, you black, you Mexican, you Filipino. That's
And
it.
it's, you know, there's no other state in the whole country. You won't find another state in the whole country where they separate. Well, you know, let me correct myself. There might be other states, but I know for a fact in Cali, it's the only state where they specifically separate different Mexican gangs, like the Norteños and the Sureños. They be setting up the whole infrastructure for these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yo, 23 Savage, man. Yo, listen, I'm about to put you in the corner, my nigga. That's the second fucking out of turn comment you said. Now you got to go in the corner, my nigga. You bugging right now.
He wilding, B.
Bugging. You know what I'm saying? Bugging. Yeah, I read the comments while I'm sitting here talking. I'm like that. Go ahead, finish, bro. My fault.
Nah, that's it, brother. That's all I had to say. Like, they really, it's not like that in the East Coast. Like, you really don't see the government setting up for Mexican gangs like they do in California, especially Southern California, man. Like, they really gotta have the fucking joint county jails or set up for these dudes, you know?
Yeah, and my man Dante Tsunami said, I respect New York Crip if they outnumber 20-1. And that's how it used to be too, especially in the jails. It was sometimes, it might even been worse. Like, you as a Crip, you would take your chances more on the street. So let me break down to y'all West Coast people the difference of riding around New York on the streets than it is riding around LA. So in LA, right, even in Sacramento and in San Diego, it's pretty simple. If you stay in your neighborhood, 9 times out of 10, you probably ain't gonna have too much drop. You see what I'm saying? You go right around the corner 2 blocks, you could be in somebody else's hood just like that. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you stay in your neighborhood, you good. You know, like everybody go downtown, you can run into somebody downtown, you know, shit like that. But in New York, right? You can be in any different borough. You could be on any different block, in any different project building. And if you got your flag, when you on that train, whether you walk in the streets, you have to be careful everywhere you go. There is no predominant spots to say, oh, well, this right here is fully Crip. Even if it's predominantly Crip over there, you can have a Crip neighborhood that got a blood block in it. You can have a whole blood project that got a Crip building. I done seen so much shit happen over there. When you ride them trains, it's no holds barred. So that's the difference what it is when you a Crip in New York. You could be anywhere. If you got that flag in your pocket, if you all blued out, you got blue laces in your shoe, you got that do-rag string hanging out your pocket, you was always a target regardless of where you went. You had no safe zones. It was no, oh shit, let me go hang out on a set. My set in Harlem was, you know, that project that Jim Jones is from, Forster Projects. My set was right by there. You know how many fucking bloods is in Forster Projects? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a fact. There is for a Crip, there was no, oh, this is a safe zone. Hell no. That shit was crazy, my nigga. So that's why I try to tell people all the time, it was just a difference. We didn't have no, oh, let me just stay on my block kind of shit. Like, nah, schooling in New York is different. You could live in Brooklyn and go to school in Manhattan. You could live in Queens and go to school in the Bronx. You see what I'm saying?
So mini Harlem Smiley interview. I remember you saying something one night and I was dying laughing on this side. You said, what the hell do I know? I'm just a Harlem Crip from Brooklyn.
That's it.
How did you become a Harlem Crip from Brooklyn?
All right, so let me break this down to people too. So people don't know, like Harlem Crips, like, all right, so LA people, they know Harlem Crips for being Harlem Crips. You see what I'm saying? You know, that's like a section in South Central that's, you know, that's a set has out there. But in New York, there's actually a place called Harlem. So it is only right that the Harlem Crips in the 90s was mainly predominantly in Harlem. So me, when I was younger in Brooklyn, there was really no Harlem Crips running around in Brooklyn at that time. When you was running around in Brooklyn, especially where I'm from in Brownsville, you was either 8 Deuce Trey, or excuse me, let me just say the proper ones. I know people from LA on here. You was G-Stone. You see what I'm saying? You was G-Stone, or you was like Sally Gangsta Crip, you know, some shit like that. That's from the original shit. So that was my original shit that I was in when I was in Brooklyn when I was in the end of 7th grade year into the 8th grade year. Now, once I went to school, I'm from Brooklyn. So once I went to school in Manhattan, when I was 9th grade, I was 13 still when I started school. I'm out there, me and my older brother, he in 12th grade and shit. We the only we the only, like, when you go to school in Manhattan, you got a lot of people from Manhattan that go to that school. So we was the only Brooklyn Crips inside that school at that particular time. It was mad bloods in there. It was only like maybe like 7 to 8 Crip niggas, but me and him was the only 2 Crips from Brooklyn. The other niggas was Crips from Harlem and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So my older brother, he only had to do 6 months, and he got up out of there. So when he did his 6 months, he ended up moving to California and shit. So I'm literally the only Brooklyn nigga, but I'm running around. We doing dirt, you know, with the Harlem niggas. We trying to take over high schools and shit, get our numbers up and all that shit. So I'm running around the Bronx and Manhattan and all that shit with the Harlem niggas. You see what I'm saying? Which was from Rolling 30s at the time. So long story short, my man Rico hit me with the act. You know, my guy got the accent. Yo, Smiley, what the fuck, man? You always around here with us anyway. You might as well just turn 30s with us. And you know, my man King was from 30s, man. So, you know, at that time, that's like my older brother guy right there. So when he left, you know, he was older than me and shit, but I was the younger one. So, you know, I used to chill with him all the time. So it made sense. So, you know, I went to Harlem at 13 years old and started running with the Harlems, man. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we talking about 23 years later, almost 24 years later, we still here, man, running with them, man. So, you know, the Harlem Crips now, there's a lot of different Harlem sets in different boroughs and shit like that. But, you know, back then, yeah, you know, but I mean, back then it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't like really.
Man, you see my little Kush plant?
Yeah, we see that Kush plant, nigga.
Got my little Kush plant growing. 2 weeks.
Yo, Bob Marley, you gotta hold up. Bob Marley, you gotta hit a little what's the name real quick. I never seen you come up here before.
Weeks.
Oh, let me just let
They say, man, you know where Tukey was from? Shreveport, LA, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Sheree, you know what's crazy is too, it was actually because I got a big ass family too. Dad's side of family, mom's side of family is big as shit. You know what amazed me is most was when I came to California for the first time. Cuz said, bro, she didn't watch the Harlem Smiley story. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I told this during the Harlem Smiley story already. So yeah, was the most amazing thing was actually coming out here and like talking to one of my great uncles, you know, and he telling me a lot of that old Harlem Godfather shit. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that was that was amazing. You see what I'm saying? To actually discover a lot of that shit, to see where like the origin had came from and shit like that, you know. So I don't believe in coincidences and shit like that. So, you know, yeah, that's my little, you know, niggas know the story. I told that in more of the layman's terms, you know, more of a long stint, but that's the whole stint right there. So that's why I say,
and you know
I'm
what?
just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set.
But some people feel like out of towners and some people don't feel that way. I know everybody tell you feel like a West Coast dude. You like kind of talk like a West Coast, like you're an East Coast dude, clearly you're proud of it, but you feel like a West Coast dude. So I know you ain't got no problems with the Harlems in LA for sure.
Nah, you know what it is? A lot of people think that too, because I've been a nomad. So since 18 years old, I've been moving around everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, you know, it may be 2 or 3 years here, a year here, 6 months here. So, you know, yeah, I do a lot of moving around a lot too. But once again, it's like, even in San Diego, man, it's like, what was the chance of me actually linking up? The neighborhood that my brother moved to was actually the 30s neighborhood in San Diego. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and they was very, well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but for the most part, even now to this day, you see what I'm saying, very receptive to. When we was younger though, you know, there was a couple of people thought like that too, like, nah, this nigga from New York, so you know, that's it. Back in the day, niggas ain't go get no gun, go shoot nobody. Nah, you went to the set, y'all niggas shot them ones, and after that, it was over, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes you gotta go through shit like that. But other than that though, yeah, nah, for the most part, long as you know, talk the right shit and know the right shit too, it should be no reason why people shouldn't really be acceptance of you. But you're never gonna get everybody on your side. I don't give a fuck if I was going out there to the set every day for the last 20 years. It would have always been 5, 10 niggas like, nah, you know, I'm a cool, this he all right, but fuck that. This nigga from New York. You see what I'm saying? He's not one of us. You see what I'm saying? So, and me being smart, I accept that. I know that. You see what I'm saying? So, you know.
And let them know LA have identity crisis too. Like we got Black P Stones, you know what I'm saying? One of our oldest biggest Crip gangs in LA is East Coast Crips. I done heard 5 million stories about how they got their name, but you know,
There's
LA
Harlem
got different
Crips,
things
East
too.
Coast, yeah, East Coast Crips, Harlem Crips. Ain't no East
Hmm.
Coast out there. Ain't no Harlem in. But once again, this is why I try to tell people you got to go down to the origin. People, it's not just like these people from New York just said, fuck it, we go look, watch what they doing out there, and we gonna start our own shit. Nah, that was not the case. You see what I'm saying? When you got notable people, Belizeans and all that coming out there that's putting us on to this shit, of course, my nigga, I'm not even gonna lie. I know, you know what it was? Back in the day when a lot of people from California used to come to New York, New Yorkers used to mock that shit. They used to make fun of that shit. The khakis and the bandana and the Chuck Taylors. Because when you wore Chuck Taylors in New York, we called them shit skips. Skip to my lose, my nigga. You was getting clowned in New York walking around with some Chuck Taylors. I swear to God, you couldn't walk around in New York school with no Chuck Taylors. Nah, you'd be lucky. It was listen, you had to have like New Balances with at the least. That was your least you better go was New Balances. You see what I'm saying? But Chuck's nah. You wasn't walking around New York with that. So New York used to make fun of that. But people from my age and my era, we looked at that shit like, nah, what the fuck? You crazy? You know how much money Dickies made in New York in like a 10-year span? Dickies was like the shit in New York. If you was a gangbanger in 95 to like 2005 and you didn't have different colored Dickies, the whole Dickie suit, it went from niggas making fun of that to where you got niggas out there wearing Chucks, putting the fat laces in there, wearing Dickie suits. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm telling you, it's a difference. It's a big difference in these streets, man. But it's like, yeah, a lot of people mocked it, but we didn't mock it at my age group. We kind of like took heed to it, but that's only because niggas was coming out there showing us the game, showing us what it was. It was something structural. New York always had gangs before that. You see what I'm saying? It was never nothing as far as major like that. You see what I'm saying? The Decepticons and the low lives of what those was big entities inside of New York. But nobody never did it like the Bloods, though. You see what I'm saying? Took over whole jail. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that, man. You know, and man, salute to all my insanes out there, man. That's a fact, man. So, you know, listen, man, at the end of the day, listen, we didn't do that shit. Niggas came, put niggas on, we ran with it. So I ain't gonna lie, on the Crip side, you don't get too much of a resistance, I would say, from LA. But for Bloods to come from New York to LA, it's almost like
Hey, man.
you gotta be tuned in. And the crazy part is it's like the whole Eastern Seaboard is pretty much based off of a lot of the New York Blood stuff. So if you go from New York to Florida and all the way down south, a lot of those Bloods are like the UBNs, the New York UBN sets. You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hey man, there's some real brothers on this panel, and and my sister Miss too. I gotta say, I gotta ask y'all this because this should be haunting me every day, bro. As far as the Crenshaw and Nipsey and Dirty Cuz killing him and stuff. What y'all think about that, man? And I'm sorry if this kind of off topic, but I mean Nipsey was huge in that community, in the whole, not just the U.S. but global community, right? What y'all think about that, man? Y'all think that was really some beef or some deep shit going on?
No.
You want our real opinion or our LA political opinion?
Oh yeah, let's get Sheree first, and then we'll go to JetBlue after that, and Sir Early after that.
Amen.
Go, Sheree.
I heard that old boy really does have a problem. I heard he really is crazy. He's really been known to be Nutty McNutty. Everybody got one in their neighborhood, right? But he really put in work too. So at the end of the day, even though I love Nipsey, we love Nipsey, you got to look at it two ways. If you know somebody is a real hitter and you go up on them and you pull their card, depending on how you do it, it might be an issue. Then you put in the fact that somebody's not stable, that might be even more dangerous. You can never be too comfortable.
Yeah. Go ahead, JetBlue.
Check it, right? I agree with what she said. I'm gonna kind of bounce off what she said. Right. Once you snap in life, right? I could say it that better. Once you snap in life, right, and you like doing it, and you actually like doing it, right? I actually know people that's could be considered as um serial killers, right? And some people enjoy that, and Nipsey Hussle missed the whole joint of the game. He knew
No,
that
good,
son was
good.
a gangster, right? And he tried to be bigger than the movement, and at the same time, I think Nipsey Hussle was out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And anybody, like I said, anybody that kills somebody uh, and like doing it, they can
Yo,
be
hold on
considered
one
crazy.
second.
I
Big
don't
Cat
think he
said
was
Harlem
crazy though.
Smiley is the only chip panel Ice been on. Was that who I just hold up? Was that other dude that was up here? Who was that? Anybody know who the fuck that was? Cause I don't know who that was. But go ahead, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
I just try to cut it short because I ain't really want to say too much, but I don't think he was crazy. You know what I mean? That's the point that everybody missing. You know, they trying to blame it on insanity and all that.
Tomorrow, Brooklyn Slim, I'll be out there.
They try to blame it on insanity, man. We're all crazy. Anybody that's considered themselves one time as a gangbanger and you banged on people because of their color and you like doing it, you can be considered crazy to some people. So we're all considered serial killers if you really take this gang shit serious. You know what I'm saying? Because we went after our target because he was wearing a color. And that's what serial killers do. They find a blonde-headed girl and they kill 10 of them. So if you was looking for a red rag and you killed 10 niggas with a red rag, you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
So therefore, I don't think the nigga was crazy. He was just a nigga that stood on what he believed in, and Nipsey Hussle got out of bed.
Dante Tsunami says, Smiley, break down the 3-letter gangs for us.
Who don't agree with that?
Yeah, listen.
I mean, in the realistic world, I agree, you know. But hey, Sir Early got to go too, right?
Yeah, of course, man. Sir Early got to.
Yeah, go ahead, cuz. Sir Early, if you got something to say, you know what I'm saying? You know, definitely want to hear your insight on it. Because I'm gonna give my insight on it too. Because the original question we was talking about, you talking about the dude, rest in peace, that killed Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, sir.
You talking about shitty
Miss 702. Miss 702.
Yeah.
Stop the political. I want to hear the real spill. I ain't mean to cut you off. I want to hear the
to be real. To be honest, I don't even know that situation like that. Like really, like from what I've seen, man, there was like real rage. And like if I come in around a group of people speaking and shit like that, if people try to clown me, call me a snitch police or whatever, if I'm about that life or something, you get what I'm saying? Like I'll get the shooting or whatever too. You get what I'm saying? So it's hard to say about that day and shit. All I know, that dude had rage in him because he kicked him at the end and shit. That's some shit like you do when somebody like played your manhood or some shit like that. So I really don't know what to say on that, really.
Yeah. So before I get into my little spill on it too, yo, make sure if y'all like watching GTA 5 role play, make sure y'all go subscribe to my guy Ambition. You know what I'm saying? They got some dope, they part of the Ghost Gang. And yeah, definitely go subscribe to DJ Ghost or GTA Ghost. They got a lot of good role play over there. You got Wav Pearson, go subscribe to him. So I know you playing GTA right now. Yeah, they get some good servers over there too. They role play is dope too. So if y'all want to check out some of the role play, see how the GTA 5 role play look, go subscribe to Ambition, go subscribe to Wav Pearson, and go subscribe to DJ Ghost. And damn, I forget my other guy's name too, but you know, Ambition is spelled with an H on the at the end.
Yeah, hey, big up, man. Hey, brother, just before you drop that main event, because I know you got that hot fire, I just got to put in as a disclaimer, because you already know Christopher Darden, the man who was prosecuting O.J. Simpson and ultimately failed against the legend Johnny Cochran himself, was shortly representing Shitty or Dirty Cuz, whatever his name is, the man that killed Nip, R.I.P., and then backed out. He removed himself as counsel. And, you know, there's
because they gave him backlash. They gave him too much backlash for that. And he was probably getting threats and shit too at home too.
Yeah, and you know they was talking about dude's family getting shot up and stuff, and there was all these conspiracy theories about Dr. Sebi out in New York, dude who had all these cures, and Nip was trying to finish a documentary, and Nick said he was gonna finish it for Nip, and all this stuff, you know, and a lot of people buy into that shit, you know, they buy into this Illuminati conspiracy shit, you know, and I just wanted to make a point of that before we got into the final explanation. You know?
Nah, you good. You know what it was though too. I try to. You know what it is. A lot of people, it was too many conspiracy theories coming out about that shit. People was trying to say, oh, it was his man's, had something to do with it, and then this person had something to do with it. Like it was mad shit that was going around. But me being who I am, all I was looking at it is like, all right, this is a thirsty ass nigga who just got out of jail, who just came out of jail, and he was looking to try to get put on. But once again, he didn't think Nipsey Hussle being who he is would know that this nigga was labeled a snitch. He probably thinking like, all right, this nigga Nipsey been so busy, he not thinking about me doing no shit like that or whatever like that too. But au contraire, Nipsey knew what the fuck you did. So on top of that, when you try to come act like it was all smooth, nah, Nipsey dissed the nigga. So he was hurt and he was upset and he was embarrassed and he did what any bitch nigga would do instead of fighting that nigga to fade or at least trying to do something or at least try to like, you know, prove himself to not be a snitch. He did what any bitch nigga would do, go back and ran and he got his gun and he took one of the fucking most legendary fucking, I'm not even gonna call him rapper, one of the most legendary black men we had of this era. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, JetBlue.
Hey yo, you know, I can agree with all of that, man. But in life, right? In life, there's certain things you don't tell a man unless you're ready to kill or die. You don't tell a man SMD. You don't tell a man go suck your mama. You don't tell a man you a rat. You don't tell a man that because it's like it's beyond pride, homie. You know, it's like I don't know wherever these people come from. You know, a lot of people come up in this YouTube and this Google era. You know, you talking to a nigga on the street and it's like if you say something, they don't believe it. They Google it and they believe it. So these niggas is living in an illusion, bro. You gotta remember, we in the year with a gun. We come from the gun smoke era. So when you say certain things to people, like it's like, bro, you can't be mad at how far a man take it. You know what I mean? How far a man really die for his pride. If you step on my shoe and I blow your brain, like it's like, whoa. It's like,
and we always knew Nipsey to be wilding too, because you remember that video where he smacked up that security guard. Like, oh my mama, that was some grandma shit, bro. Like he really slapped him up like he was talking during dinner, bro. Like you knew that.
But I want to say this: we all speaking as outsiders, because even me, I lived up and down Crenshaw my whole life, from the jungles to the bottoms. But at the end of the day, I'm an outsider. I ain't from 60s. But if you talk to people that are from 60s, even though people don't want to admit this, it's really divided. Because old boy, even though he's a fuck up, he fucked up. Him and his family do have love over there. Even if you look at the Big U interviews when they try to jam Big U up and make him diss old boy, he says it was fucked up what old boy did, but he don't downright dog him. So it's really divided in the 60s.
So now,
people just don't want to say that.
Yeah, so now here's what people, hold on, JetBlue. So now what people don't know about, a lot of people don't know about that whole story is too, the whole reason, like people know him as a snitch because Nipsey called him a snitch. So there has been paperwork that has came out about that. But a lot of people don't realize the reason why he got locked up. He got a lot of respect for the reason why and the work that him and his family, not even him, he has a big family, which is which is notables over there.
Yo, but
so
can I say one thing?
Hold on 1 second. Let me just finish it up and you can follow up.
Please.
And what happens is when you go by a family name and you've been putting in work like that too, one thing that like my family in Brooklyn, especially up the hill, Brownsville, is like that. If I had one cousin that snitched, it wouldn't have tarnished the whole family name because of the work that we put in. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's a lot of people that hasn't came out and was like, oh yeah, fuck this nigga, I'm gonna kill him, and shooting up his family housing. That's why think about why you haven't been hearing about shit like that. But go ahead.
You know why it's bad. Let me tell you why this is so bad, right? Regardless of what happened, like I said, for Lord gave a great Crip, RIP to late great Nip, right? But how do they know that that's the guy that killed Nip if somebody didn't say that? How do they even know who Shitty Cuz is? How do we know who Shitty Cuz is? How do we know his name? How do we know that he's the guy that killed Nip? We supposed to be living by street codes, right? So if he's a rat cop, that's like calling the kettle black. Remember how they used to say back in the day, you calling the kettle black? How they say that shit?
Pot calling the kettle
Pot calling
black.
for the black. But here's how they
Pop
know all
calling
that
the kettle
information.
black. Hold on, JetBlue.
Good.
I mean, hold
Good.
on.
I hear you. Good.
He said, "Hold on to himself."
Hey, yo, hold on, man. Hold on.
Yeah.
How do they know? Hey, yo, man, Harlem Smiley, you JetBlue, man. You're part of the movement too, man. So.
Nah, man, I'm Jet Woo, man. Don't call me Jet Blue, because niggas gonna be running with that shit on here, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Salute to the Jet Woos, man. Go ahead, bro.
Right? Somebody told on Shitty Cuz, and I don't like that.
Well, let me ask you
the
this.
The only thing that can convict him is the people that was at the scene, because we don't know who was on that camera. We can't see his face. The only people that can convict them is the people who gave the tape up at the store, the cowboy dude, the people that revealed the evidence of the store, because all you had to do was trash that tape.
Let me ask you this question. Your boy right now becomes a notable, famous rapper. He's out there putting on for the city. He's giving back to the community. Both of y'all Crip. Some other Crip nigga just get out of jail who you don't even know comes up, and because your boy accused him of being a snitch, that nigga ends up shooting your man. And you're there, and you didn't get away before the police got there. Let me ask you something. What are you telling the police?
What I'm telling the police? I'm gonna tell them like, yo.
So let's just say if you was in cowboy situation.
I'm gonna tell them that I'm delirious. I'm gonna tell them that I'm delirious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even though they got you right there on camera and all, because listen, yeah.
Bro, that's considered dry snitching.
Correct. Now you hear what he just said? That's exactly what a real nigga's supposed to do. You ain't supposed to say nothing, but here's where I'm gonna go to the opposite direction. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. They didn't need nobody to snitch. This nigga done been locked up already. When you get locked up, dumb niggas, they be asking you your aliases. I be hearing dumb niggas all the time. I be sitting in the bullpen. They'll ask a nigga, hey, do you go by any aliases on the street? These niggas will really start telling their aliases. I swear to God, the first time the cop asked me, we go by any aliases, I told him Bojangles. I swear to God, I told the nigga Bojangles.
I'm gonna tell you some real LA shit. As soon as I got the call in Vegas and Nipsey had got shot up like that, before I even called any family, any friends over there to see if that shit was true, I called my homegirl because she know I'm a huge Nipsey Hussle fan. I call her, she like, yeah, I heard about it too. It's all over the news, right? And we said simultaneously, it was probably another nigga from 60s.
Yeah.
You know why? Because 60s have a nasty reputation for eating their own.
Say my name. You gotta turn the camera on real quick. Make sure you ain't on no weird shit on. You good. You turn it back off now. You good.
And sis,
I'm not trying to diss their neighborhood, but if you from LA, you know that's like the #1 gang that always kill their own. It always be a
bitch. What you doing? Yeah, what's my name? Say my name.
Yeah, sis, I gotta say, that's, and I agree with you on this topic. 150,000%.
Yeah,
right? But what I'm trying to say is that when you look at, I'll play devil's advocate real quick. When you look at rich motherfuckers, like when rich motherfuckers want to pop off, like a great example I'd like to use is those motherfuckers in Canada. When you had those weirdo people talking about so the people that came up with the fucking what's that called, insulin. There were these 2 Canadian billionaires from Canada that came up with insulin for type 1 diabetics, right? They was working on the fucking cure, and both husband and wife were found dead in their bed of natural causes, like in fucking 2011 or some shit. I remember that shit. It was in the news. Y'all can look that shit up, right? And so, like, when motherfuckers talk about conspiracies, they be like, yo, it's so easy to have somebody dead like that when you got that kind of money and stuff. And a lot of people are saying, in that regard, oh, it's so easy to hire somebody and be like, yo, we'll pay your family, we'll set your family up for life if you kill this dude, because he's trying to expose some shit that we don't want exposed. That would kill the big pharma industry. And obviously, hey, on my mama, that shit's way out there. It really is. But millions of people caught on to that shit and were like, yo, this was a hit. This was some Illuminati shit. And I think that's where and it always boils back down to that same shit, division and conquer. They divide us and they conquer us, whether it's conspiracies, whether it's you and I wear blue, but you from here and I'm from here type bullshit, They keep fucking us up like that, But my thing is, what's the truth? I want to know what the fucking truth is.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's right. And you know what it is? I'm not one of the people that get deep into the conspiracy theory, because I tell people too, like, if somebody's smart enough to actually pull like one of the biggest like stunts over everybody in the whole world, then fucking I gotta get fooled with them. Because I'm a very smart person. I'm a realist. So a lot of the conspiracy theories that people run by me, I don't run with them shits. You see what I'm saying? So I'm one of the people to where I'm looking at a lot of the evidence. Like, it's a lot of people, like people in the chat talking about, Nipsey Hussle wasn't even shot in that spot. He was moved to it from a different location. Like, I ain't gonna lie. The COVID-19 conspiracy theorists and all that shit. And don't take the cure. The cure is gonna kill us all. I'm not one of them niggas that I ain't gonna lie. That's not me. But at the same time, I'm also out there listening, doing my own research at the same time to realize and make sure that everybody, these people not out there crazy. You see what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people that took that shot and everybody's still good. But as far as that goes, so when I believe what I see, I believe Shitty Cuz was on some real embarrassed shit. He was embarrassed in front of the niggas. He just got out of jail. He thought he was going to get put on. And instead of him handling it like a man, he went the bitch route and he went and grabbed the gun and came back and just, took a notable from us, man. Rest in peace to King Nipsey, man.
Because RIP, because that's the reality at the end of the day, because that's how the world really works. The world works on impulse, not some predicated crazy shit,
Hey, yo,
Brian Scott, I can see your comments, my nigga.
Why I can just say that it's some regular street shit and it's not no conspiracy theory.
Thanks, man.
I remember a while back ago, this might be like 2010. This is like way before Vado blew up, right? Me and my homeboys was chilling down the block, Davidson 176. We found out that Vado was on University. This is like when the 63 bands was just out with the little fishtail on it. When we found out that this nigga was up the block, the first thing we said was, yo, go get the gun and the bike. We rode up the block on a bicycle and a gun, and we would have caught this nigga Vado. Listen, mind you, I can talk about this because he drove off. And we would have caught this dude, y'all probably would have never heard about him today.
And Vado's a rapper for all the people who's not from the East Coast.
I love Vado.
And if y'all, and check this out, if we would have caught that boy, because we rode up there on bicycles, that was the only thing that was available, and 138. And we would have caught that boy, y'all would have never heard of Vado to this day, because I tell you, we was going to take his jury and blow that nigga brains to smithereens just to get a name. You heard?
See, what's crazy, JetBlue, is like you're 3 years younger than me, but at the same time, it's like when it comes down to shit in New York, you was born in that exact era that you needed to be born to see a lot of the shit. Because I try to tell people, the 70s and 80s in New York was very similar until you got to the late 80s. I'll say 88, 89, up and through the 90s, shit changed dramatically. And then it changed again.
But you know what I just said? We was going to kill that nigga. We was going to take his jury. Just to get a name.
What we getting at.
I mean, like, when you look at that whole concept.
Just to get a name, bro.
Just to get a name. Just to get a name. Whole concept, right? Like, you look at Biggie and Pac. If I was Jimmy Iovine, if I was some white motherfucking rich-ass producer, right? I got Biggie and Pac over here like, y'all homies, y'all kick it all day. Listen, if you made one track each talking shit about each other, y'all will make $100 million on that track. Just do it.
Easily.
Next thing you know, it's black brothers and sisters killing each other left and right. And, there's all these conspiracy theories, but motherfuckers don't realize that this shit was perpetuated. It's like in the chat room, Donald Green just said the backdoor game is real. They said a lot of OGs was Masons in the game, but I don't know if it was Illuminati hit or not. It's questionable. You cannot deny that shit. You cannot
Yo,
deny
hold
that
on,
shit.
though. Hold on, right?
You know,
But
from
you feel me
Dre
though?
all the way to, you know, and Fat Joe talking about that weirdo shit in Hollywood, you know, you cannot deny that, you know?
No, that's a fact.
You feel me though? So sometimes it's not even about the caliber of what a rapper may have done. Like we all look at these rappers being slaughtered, right? Like all of these chinks, drugs, and all these people. Sometimes it's not just about fighting nobody with no big name. A lot of times people do shit to just get a rep and be a star in their own ranking. Like, yeah, I'll never be a
Yeah.
millionaire. Yeah, I'll
Mhm.
never be a millionaire, but I'll be a motherfucking hood celebrity known for taking nip out. Some niggas want to be martyrs in life. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Mhm.
And you know, and that's just coming from a younger me. Like at one time, like I wanted to be more pride than life. You did?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. No, that's a fact,
Anybody
man.
and anybody that come from this gang bang shit, man, you always wanted to be. Man, I'm pretty sure every Crip nigga wanted to be Tookie. You know what I mean? Every blood nigga wanted to be Harry O. Because we ain't gonna say OG Mac because Harry O
Yeah,
OG.
yeah.
You feel
Once
me?
upon a time, no.
Yeah, but you feel what I'm trying to say? Like, you feel me though, bro? And that's two niggas from the West Coast. So I'm just shouting it out to the West Coast where it started at. That's what I'm talking about.
So let me ask you something, right? Sheree, you heard Nino
I was just about to
Cappuccino.
ask you a question based off what
Oh, good.
something he said.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask
So
away.
earlier he used the verbiage serial killer,
Mhm.
right? And I was thinking about
Ooh.
this because I've been catching up on all that Chicago shit, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Would you say that rappers, I mean, not rappers, but gang bangers have different aptitudes, you know?
Listen,
Because I feel like
gang
there are some
bangers.
gang bangers, they master hustlers, but then there are some gang bangers, they just was born to kill.
Gang bangers, and I mean by gang bangers who go out and look for the opposite gang and kill them in drive-bys or whatever how you kill. Those are considered serial killers. Anytime you commit three murders in the same pattern, you're called a serial killer.
And you know what it is? Listen, let me answer it this way. Everybody has their own personality before before they join gangs. So if you was a serial, that's what happened when you get gangs and you get a lot of people in these gangs, you get a mixture of personalities. Not everybody that's in gangs is like cutthroat killers. That's how they portrayed it to be. But
Yeah.
everybody's not like that. Just cutthroat killers and out there just bums and stand on the corner just looking, not
Oh
doing
yeah.
nothing. Like, nah, that's not what it is. You may got people that want to stand on the corner and just go to the set in their 40s and 50s all day and all that shit and do that for the rest of their life. But then you got people who end up joining stuff when they was younger, but at the end of the day, you end up having kids and shit. So circumstances change. You can't be out there in them streets running around doing shit like you once was doing before. You see
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like a lot of times you got to grow up as a man. You see what I'm saying? So if you
Yeah.
grow up
Yeah.
and you start doing different things in life, then that's what you're gonna go ahead and do. You see what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
don't
brother.
mean because you don't go to the set every day or because you're not out there going on missions and shit in your 30s, that don't mean you not running with the crew no more. It's just you grown up, my nigga. You done put in work for X amount of time. All that shit is over. But then at the end of the day, you know, it's old niggas that's still out there looking stupid doing it.
What
Oh
Miss
yeah, brother.
702 was
Oh
saying
yeah.
about the altitude, I'm
Like,
sorry, what you were saying
it's
about that?
gotta be a difference. You got 20 bodies. That's not gangbanger shit. That's
What?
Hey
No.
serial
yo,
killer shit.
hey yo, I'm
It's
telling you, and this is some crazy shit. And I'm just gonna
Yo,
say like,
stop timing 23 Savage out. 23 Savage, stop
mm,
saying
hey,
crazy. If you saying crazy shit, they gonna time you out, but stop timing 23 Savage out.
hey, hey,
Good.
hey,
hey
brother,
yo,
brother Jet Blue, just real quick, because I know you're about to make a bomb ass point. There's two psychologies, right? The white man psychology is try to make it more out in the open, try to get caught, you know, because it turns them on more, right? That's the only way they get high off that shit anymore. But I would imagine in the hood, it's on some, like my brother Jet Blue just said, and I'm gonna get back to him, on some hood fame shit. You know, it's on some hood fame shit. Some some black, you know, James Jones type shit, like, you know, some Cowboy West type shit. Like I'm gonna be known forever.
Mm-hmm.
you know, this gang bang shit, like, right? And I'm just talking about like I seen it from gang wars in prison to street shit, right? And niggas is really living by a scoreboard, believe it or not. I don't really want to be talking too much, you know what I mean? But I'm drinking, smoking, shit is on Juicy, so we gonna drop shit on Smiley. It's like, but I'm saying a lot of this shit is a scoreboard. And if niggas is in the street and they really know what's going on, like it's a score that niggas has got right now in New York City between whatever's between. And so far, it's like the NFL. Like some niggas is down by a field goal, some niggas is down by what they call that shit a touchdown.
Yeah.
And niggas is really out here doing what they doing. And I heard somebody say something, right? And the shit spooked me because I'm like, yo, I gotta stop hanging around son. You know, because any nigga that tell me and we talking and he like, yo, I'm on motherfucking 15, I'm on 15. I'm like, bro, I gotta stop hanging around you, my nigga. Because you like that shit. You like that shit. And it's to a point where I can't even be myself around you, nigga, because I might be too thorough or too outspoken and you might take me.
Nah, that's a fact. So, Ms. Sheree, let me ask y'all something. The reality is a farce. You can chime in on this too. Nino Cappuccino has been going, which is he's
from Nickerson Gardens.
Yeah, he's been going back and forth, for a little while, and they kind of calmed down now. As far as with the New York Bloods, and one thing that came up is where the UBN started at too. So, do you have any knowledge on because the UBN? I try to tell people there was a UBN that started in the 80s in California, but it just didn't get as big as the UBN did inside of New York. So did your uncles or do you have any recollection of the UBN?
I have no knowledge of the Red Side.
You talking about the United Blood Nation?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know shit about that. I'd be lying to you if I told you I did.
So yeah, so we, a lot of times, that's been a big conversation of what's been going on, as far as like the jail thing too. So basically what Nino Cappuccino said was it was something that started in the jail in the 80s, but that's a very big, like that's like a New York blood like standpoint. That's like a what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? It's almost like
it originated there. It originated.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
This dude is saying it originated in LA, right? That's what he's saying, right?
In my man Austin, Texas said 1983 in the county jail. But my big thing about that is too, it's almost like when Jay-Z told what's the name? You made it a hot line, I made it a hot song. Is that something that y'all feel like Nino Cappuccino was kind of wrong for even, going at them for that reason, or if it's something they should have been receptive for? Sheree, I'm actually asking you that question first.
I don't know nothing about the Red Side, what their rules are, they secret handshakes. I don't know.
Sheree is a Crip on the low. Nah, I'm playing. That's a joke. Yes,
Oh, but I have seen him though, and I feel like Nino Cappuccino is fucking stuck in the past. Like I feel like he feel like this is 1980 something still. Like he one of them old dudes that want total control and dominance. Nino Cappuccino has to know it's several new generations now. Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah,
I've seen him. Yeah. I've seen him talk, and he crazy.
Yeah,
but he not crazy.
Nah, that's what I'm saying stuck. Too. And it's like that's why I would thought him being somebody who did time, he would have been more receptive and understanding of the whole reason why the blood thing even started in New York too. But JetBlue, go ahead, speak on it, because we're gonna drift over back to this whole little low ride. We're gonna get back to the Crip side of things on the gut.
You know how I feel, right? And I always compare it to real life scenarios, right? When I was with the crew, when we was in the pound, right, we had this rule. Right? If you went missing for a week, if you didn't report to the set for like 2-3 days, you couldn't come back, you got rabies. So what I mean by that is a lot of these OGs is coming out of retirement talking about their big homies. I really think a lot of them niggas is feds. Because if you big homies, why you ain't caught up in no gang conspiracy? Because technically, if you a big homie, you go down for what the little pups did.
One time said, Hey, your name is One Time, so I don't even know why I'm reading this comment, but he said y'all Bloods and Crips is basically the same gang in New York. That's it, in New York. It's not, man. My guy Far Rock 22, man. What's good, son?
Yo, what's going on, Smiley? What's going on, panel? Hey, Sheree. What's going on?
And he's right next to me.
Yeah, you know how that go. On purpose, too.
Yet.
He said, not yet. You want to chime in, my guy?
Yeah, man. I definitely, I ain't gonna front. Nino Cappuccino, that's a funny guy right there. It's kind of entertaining when he be cursing people out, you know what I mean? Calling people dumb motherfuckers and shit like that. You know what I mean? But what Sheree said, yeah, he got to understand that there's different generations, there's different growth processes, there's different leadership, and there's different areas where these things take place at. Now, I mean, as far as the UBN, I can't speak too much on it because, I ain't down with that. But from what I know and from what I understand, I think he's saying more of like a United Blood Nation, not the United Blood Nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably had the Pyrus, the Nickerson Gardens, the Brims all under one umbrella in jail at one point, and it was united. But I don't think they probably labeled it as United Blood Nation. It just was a United Blood Nation. And I think that's where the confusion came at, because that's the reason why, like, when he was telling Corey, he was going at Corey King, he was telling him, like, y'all took the UBN and started in y'all whole shit, but he was literally saying, like, as if it was the same thing, and they just ran with it too. But it's like me being out here, I have never heard any blood, even though I'm gonna be honest, like, California is not the place. Like, in New York, I got mad cousins and shit that's blood. I'm not really around bloods like that in California, but I have never heard bloods out here talk about the United Blood Nation before, like, at all. I'm not even gonna lie, like, but I mean, yeah, at this point, it's like, it is.
I never heard that until the internet either. I've never heard nobody just around the way say they was a part of the UBN or the United Blood Nation.
What you mean?
I never heard it.
What you mean, the East Coast?
Me neither. My niggas jack that shit.
What you mean on the East Coast or the West Coast? Because on the East Coast, that was definitely always in the same, like, it's a lot of, like I said, that's what I mean. Like, it's a big disconnection between the jails, the streets, and social media, because a lot of lingo, right? And this is real talk. The United Nations, that been around since motherfucking 94. Now the United Blood Army is something else. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a lot of different things that it's a big disconnection. So, like, for instance, right? I just heard me say the United Blood Army. Somebody in here gonna say, no, he's wrong. He's wrong because I just Googled it and it doesn't say that. Everything on Google ain't supposed to be on Google. What you think everything that a nigga say ain't correct because you don't see it on Google and you don't hear somebody talking about it in an hour minute on YouTube? No.
But does a lot of older people know about what the United Blood Army is?
No, because it's not Googleable.
Let me tell you something.
It's not Googleable. You sure?
If y'all been watching Crown TV lately, they are breaking down a lot of different things going on in that court case right now, and there's a lot of different shit that I didn't even know about that fraction, you know what I'm saying, the UBN, and they breaking down everything because people on the stand telling and things like that. But they were pretty organized, especially behind the walls, especially in jail on the street.
It's a whole bunch of things that.
Yo, hold on 1 second. Yo, Green Eyes, what's good?
Oh shit, I'm on. Oh shit. Salute.
Nah, boy got stage fright, boy.
Stage fright.
Oh, you got stage fright, dog.
Yo,
he got stage fright. Salute, dog.
Salute to everybody on the channel. Much love, peace, and blessings.
What's up, man?
Yo, Green Eyes, let me ask you something, Green Eyes. Are you the one that used to go on also Bossly channel?
Yeah.
All right, y'all squared that shit away now?
I mean, it ain't. We don't really got nothing.
Nah, I mean, is it squared away though?
I just stood in my lane, like, I don't want nobody to feel like I'm trying to be bigger than them.
Okay, all right. The only reason why I asked you that too, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying, listen, I'm gonna be honest. If it's a conflict between y'all, I'd rather y'all because him and Stats right now just now repairing that shit, so we don't want no kind of confrontations or anything like that. So
I wish him the best.
yeah, but what I'm gonna do is though, and this is no disrespect to you though, too. Respectfully, I'm just gonna remove you from the panel because I just don't want no miscommunications or anything, my guy. So you welcome to chill in the chat, but you know, I just don't want no miscommunication. So yeah, you know, respectfully. But go ahead. I don't want that to interrupt anything. You know, listen, it's a lot of shit going on in these YouTube streets, man. But I'm in tune, man.
Hey,
I don't know where we was.
I'll tell you like this. They don't call Harlem the realest for no reason. You hear?
Yo, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I want to do.
I don't know where we was, but I have a question.
Yeah,
Everyone, when in regards to rappers and gangbanging, since we've tapped on it a couple times, right? Yeah. One of the people in the chat, I can't think of what their name is. Let me see real quick, because they just mentioned something that I really wanted y'all to expand upon. But it's the Chicago scene for sure, and they were talking about the whole Jakira Barnes situation in King Von.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
That was that light skinned chick that was in the DMs or something like that. He was in her DMs.
Yeah.
And then she was
now this
she
my
was in
thing.
the neighborhood.
Does being a rapper excuse you from your previous activities?
Nah.
No, it doesn't. There's always going to be somebody that hates you out there for what you did in the past.
20 years from now, when 6
Your
ix 9ine
past
get
catch
old,
up with you.
20 years from now, when 6 ix 9ine is old and broke, niggas is still gonna be wanting to knock his head off.
That's a fact. He's definitely gonna be broke.
But for real, people are like, well, you know, it's so sad. It's so sad. But they come from a lifestyle where this is what it was.
But
how do y'all feel about that?
The only person who probably made it out, and I don't even know because of the politics, is maybe Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Maybe him. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't know.
Nah, what you talking about? Who made it as far as like gang wise?
Like gang wise, like that probably could do whatever they want, be wherever they want to be, and probably the past won't catch up to them as far as what they done in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all might call me a schmuck for this because I might be, you know, a 93 brainwashed baby. I might be a 93 brainwashed baby, so you call me a schmuck for this. But I feel like 50 and then the baby for this new generation, they're pretty real. I mean, the baby killed somebody in Walmart, bro. Like
I fucks with the baby. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with the music and I fuck with the whole. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes you know.
But the question was, if we all see the video of the baby getting shot to death in front of Walmart, should we all cry?
Yeah, because you gotta realize though, you know what it is though? A lot of times, listen, when you out there and you chilling and you shopping, sometimes you don't want people all like, you know, like I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes he done took like 20 pictures and then be like another nigga like always the one antagonizer that want to come over there and do dumb shit. So my thing is, if you one of the people, you gonna antagonize the nigga, watch what's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, these niggas be crazy, man. Leave them niggas alone, man. They celebrities, but at the same time, they regular people, man. They regular ass people, man. Why y'all putting so much rest in pieces in the damn chat right now? This shit.
Oh, and you know what? I know Millie Mill is an expert on the Chicago scene, and my thing is like this: they keep saying, "Oh yeah, oh girl was a girl. She was a girl. She was like the coldest gangbanger." But to me, when I looked at her track record, I'm like, she was a serial killer.
Y'all good.
That was past gangbanging. She passed that sign a long time ago.
That's a little different when it comes to gang banging. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand this, right? And I don't know how true it is, but they say like, yo, they dropped off a crate of guns in the neighborhood numerous times, man. You put that in any type of poverty neighborhood where somebody dropped off a crate with a bunch of texts, you definitely know the violence is gonna go up. Somebody gonna be passing guns out like candy.
No, that's a fact. Yo, Sheree, you want to give Melly Mel a drop? And you know what a drop is too. Just tell people to make sure they go subscribe to her channel. I'ma record that and
Go
I'ma send it to her.
like, subscribe, and comment on Melly Mel's videos. Go hit her channel up.
That's a
And
fact.
also drop her link because it's kind of hard to search for her name. So drop her link.
Yeah, it is.
That's why you gotta die. Y'all, that's what you gotta remember. You gotta remember the bars, man. It's Melly Mel, 2 L's, no caps. I mean all cap. Just think about it like that. Melly Mel, 2 L's, all cap. You know what I'm saying? Just think it out of your head. That's why when I search for shit, that's why I keep in my head. Melly Mel, 2 L's, all cap. So when y'all go look up Melly Mel, make sure you use 2 L's, all caps. All right, my fault.
And Harlem, I know she Harlem Smiley Jr., but I gotta talk bad about her for a second.
Nah, don't talk
I ain't
bad about
never
Harlem
seen no
Smiley Jr.
interview like the interview Melly Mel just did. Like he was smiling and he was like blushing. He was excited to be interviewed by her. I ain't never seen no hip hop interview like that.
Yeah, what's good? Good, ask away, fam.
Y'all seen the I don't know if y'all seen the Big U and Quando Rondo situation.
Yeah. I didn't see it
everywhere. Yeah, something happened with Quando Rondo that he was hitting up Big U for something. Supposedly Big U denied him or something. Like they didn't say.
Bro, fam, your shit coming in choppy, fam. You gotta come out. You gotta come out and come back.
Bro,
in
that
real
nigga
quick.
sound like he from Mars, bro. Like he from Tesla, bro.
Yeah,
they on Mars, bro.
Go on and come back in. You just should sound a little robotic right there.
So let me get this straight. Quando Rondo, he respectfully asked for a pass from Big U to come out and it didn't go down.
Nah, what happened was when the whole shit was happening with
King Von situation.
What you know with the King Von situation, this is not no recent shit. Like he called them, this is now Big U is just coming out saying this.
Okay.
But he called them when the whole shit was first happening. It was like, because remember he still needed to do shows and all that shit. So I guess he called them like, yo, listen, these niggas is kind of on my heels right now. A Big U like, nah, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't condone that shit, my nigga. I know, cause he figured, Big U being 60s, he being 60s. Let me call them niggas, but I keep trying to tell niggas, man, LA niggas specifically, a lot of them think if you not Crip from LA, you not real Crip. We know that that's not true. A lot of them think like that. So him calling Big U for help, fuck, I knew that shit backfired. Go ahead.
Worldwide, they got a thing called state tithes, right? And a lot of these niggas ain't paying their gang tithes. So therefore, if you don't pay your gang tithes, how you expect a nigga like Big U to come on your side, man? Nigga, you see, they missing out. They missing out on this check-in thing. Y'all missing out the word check-in and pay your tithes, yeah?
Bro, that's why it doesn't pay to be a rapper and then try to start claiming the game, because it's like you got to pay dues and all that shit. Like,
but did y'all hear
fuck that? If you need to,
the game I just dropped on y'all, you got to pay your tithes if you claiming this gang shit and you going nationwide. Dig?
It all depends though, but sometimes when you've been in it beforehand, it becomes your choice rather than the obligation. You see what I'm saying? Like if I take off with this rap shit, I don't owe nobody a motherfucking thing. But of course I'm gonna break bread with some niggas, but I don't owe nobody a fucking thing. I've been gave this shit. We talking about 24 years of my hard-earned time already. You see what I'm saying? So, but if I'm just now trying to become a rapper, and I just now start hanging around these niggas, of course I'm at to owe these niggas. I'm at to pay dues like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole thing that these rappers and people like.
Well, Smiley, let me hold something.
Yeah, you listen, man. You know how that go. I understand, man. Listen, if I decide to break bread, different story. But it's not an obligation. It's gonna be my choice. But fuck, it's like the CJ Whoopty nigga. Not even to bring him back up.
Damn.
He don't have that choice of whether he do, but at the end of the day, it's not like he can say, well, I ain't gonna break bread and then nothing gonna happen to the nigga. I'm gonna be honest. He gotta break bread, or we just gonna leave it at that. Or
how the old school saying
just remove that shit.
How the old school saying go, break bread or fake dead.
Yo, see what I'm saying? That's why you gotta watch shit you copyright. You can't write copyright and patent and all that shit. And that's one of the first things I learned with doing his YouTube shit. Okay, let's do some shit. People don't even realize I changed my YouTube name 3 times. See what I'm saying? Because I realized the third time when I realized I wasn't even going to patent what my actual name was, on YouTube, I was just going to copyright my own name, patent my own name. It became way better to do it like that. You see what I'm saying? But if I was stupid and jumped out the window and just patent Dirt Gang TV, I'm an old Dirt Gangers all across America. You see what I'm saying? like literally obligation.
Yeah, bigger than you.
You know what I'm saying? Correct. Way bigger than you. If it's a nigga out there that try to claim, like that's why the whoopty shit is so what's the name too? Could you imagine somebody trying to claim like the word cuz or like or just like another terminology that somebody else has used that's imagine somebody trying to copyright what's cracking. You see what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't do that shit. Niggas gonna be looking like, oh yeah, the old niggas from 70, 69 to 70, like, yeah, come on here, low homie, bring that money up over here. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is, bro? These today's mainstream rap, post 90s, into mainstream rap situation is what rock was in the 50s, well, the 60s, 70s, whatever, 80s, all that bullshit. So when you look at these motherfuckers on the radio, on these Grammy, and look, no disrespect to Drake, no disrespect to all these cats, but why don't we hear Kendrick no more? Why don't we hear Cole no more? Why don't we hear all these people that had some opinion on reality that might not be what it's not decaying the brain. That shit is actually waking you the fuck up, trying to get you to do something in your day. You hear motherfuckers talking bullshit all day, getting gold platinum record sales, and then motherfuckers that talk real shit, they just put to the side, and you don't hear from them after 4 months.
You know what my answer to you would be, and then I'm gonna let Far Rock go right after this. That kind of rap and all that shit is gone. If you look at the shit from what Lil Yachty and all of these motherfuckers was doing, the mumble rap shit all up until that drill shit right now, a lot of that rap right now is disintegrating and it's gonna be out of here. That's why I'm trying. The shit like that is coming back, and it's coming back full force because people tired of hearing bullshit. Go ahead, Full Rock.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, now what he was saying right now, like even with the music industry, what you're gonna hear on the radios as opposed to what you're gonna catch on Spotify is totally different. Like what's going on the radio is what the industry is geared to do. Is like dumb motherfuckers down. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're really trying to do right now. But behind the scenes, we all listening to that boom bap that's coming back up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like once we calling for it, that's what we calling for. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, this is what the labels, the machine pushes. They pushing the Cardi B's, they pushing the Nasties, they pushing the shoot 'em up, bang bang. That's what they're trying to push. That's what they're gonna keep on trying to push. But at the end of the day, the people, they're gonna listen to what they want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm sure there's a lot of people that's really not tuned into the radio right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to the radio. I haven't listened to the radio. If I do, I listen to jazz. Honestly, I don't listen to the radio. I don't even catch talk shows on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
That's
respect, man. So yeah, once again, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know I'm definitely about to fucking get on this flight soon. So I definitely want to go live. I was supposed to do this shit earlier. I'm not leaving yet. I'm not leaving yet.
Harlem, so I gotta ask you this last one.
Yeah, I'm
not leaving yet. How in the hell is Alpo out here living his very best fucking life?
Yo, I was thinking about that. A snitch, bro.
But Sheree, I'm from Brooklyn. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
see that.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. Like I told you, like when I say that, I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. That's why people be there. Oh, your name is Harlem Smiley. Your name is Harlem Smiley. I'd be like, yo, like you gotta realize, like that's just my set. That's my name. But I'm from Brooklyn. I'm very much from Brooklyn.
But people are saying this LA is watered down. But my thing is like you got Tekashi running around acting a damn fool. You got Alpo out here flossing. Like what the hell's going on in Gangbang World?
I'm gonna try to answer your question today.
Hey, Far Rock, because you got the swag more than I do, brother. I'm gonna just keep it 100 real quick. Before anybody say LA is watered down, and I know people hate on the game and all these motherfuckers and shit. LA for the grip in sports and music and all that shit. LA been holding it down. You can't if you ain't on LA, you just got a problem with the success LA be bringing every year. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's a fact, man. So good.
My bad with the Alpo situation and the 6ix9ine and all that. Okay, but Alpo, you gotta understand the people that he told on, majority of them are from a different state. Maybe from DC. One. Two, him, doing what he did to Rich Porter. Now there's people that still hate him for that. But you gotta understand this too. A lot of those people are either dead, they're not in town, or they moved on with their lives. When people like 50 years old, when people like 50 years old, so they're not trying to put in no pain on Alpo. And not to mention, Alpo is still a dangerous guy. You know what I'm saying? That guy is a serial killer. So they're not gonna try to push a button. They're gonna be like, let me not do that. You know what I'm saying? And he might be watched. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's not from that generation now. As far as 6ix9ine, ain't nobody bold enough to take a shot at somebody that's being watched by the feds. Simple. You know what I mean? You got to be a
the one thing with Tekashi you cannot deny is he is definitely the only motherfucker to come into the game and make snitching trendy. Like this motherfucker really made snitching trendy. And if you're gonna tell me that's hip hop, that man, we live in a fucking backward. What the fuck we doing? I'm ready for Jesus to come back. I'm ready. Where you at, God? Where you at? Come back, cause this motherfucker really made snitching popular. Like motherfuckers are justifying this nigga, bro. Like I don't understand that.
Snitches is not hiding in shame no more. They out here signing autographs.
But you gotta understand this. There's no first 48 episodes in New York, too. Keep that in mind.
Shots fired.
Word up.
Same thing.
Sheree, your favorite guy just went live right now, man. Your favorite guy.
Damn, bring
I know, so you going ahead and catch that flight and take care of the fam. Y'all have a blessed night. Bye-bye.
Yeah, listen, I knew Sheree was out of here. I could have told y'all that. But bye, Ray. I see you soon. And I'm saying this is the one person that come on YouTube with Shalay will absolutely leave this chat for right now, son. Y'all make sure y'all go over to my guy Kev Mac videos, man, and make sure y'all go subscribe to this channel. Also, y'all go subscribe to DJ Ghost, man. Go subscribe to those channels. Melly Mel, 2 L's, all caps. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her
I
channel.
had a song for 702.
Nah, but go ahead. We ain't getting. I know she left, didn't I? Kev Mac is on. She wants to tune in. Hit her with it one time. Eggy egg. Let's go.
Nah, she left. She can't get that.
Damn,
she
left. She got it. Yeah, that's an exclusive. Yo, go ahead, JetBlue.
I want to tell everybody, go out there and invest in Walmart. The Walmart stock is up right now, man. I just got some money off of Walmart just now, man. My portfolio, man.
That's a fact. Hey, yo, man, y'all don't be scared, man, to dip into them stocks, man.
Walmart, you heard? I'm
AMC. Get in that.
You know how many extra, you know how much extra money y'all be getting? Y'all be like, damn, instead of me buying the weed I always go get, I'm gonna go get double the amount, or I'm gonna go get the good strand. Nah, take that extra $100, $200 and invest, man. Invest that shit one time, man. Don't be scared. Don't take your rent money and no shit like that. But when you do get that little extra money, income tax time around the corner, you know what I'm saying? Take a little $100, a little $200, man. Do some research first. Slap that in there, see how it goes, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, would you turn $2 if you turn two into 50 JetBlue? 2 into 50? You turn $2 into $50 that fast? Nah, that's the wrong shit. Take that shit off there. Take the screen off there.
Nah, get on the AMC, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, you made 5 cents?
$50.
Oh, say that.
I turned $2 into $50.
In the 50. That's what I just said.
In 2 days on Walmart.
You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. $2 in the 50.
I'm about to invest that whole 50 back into Walmart.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. Can you imagine if you would have put 200 into it? You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you would have put the 200 into
it. They had like $200 in GameStop last year, and they got like 40, 50,000 off that bitch. Like this.
Man. Salute to Harlem Smiley, man.
Hey man, that man the realest.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
bro.
man.
It really was. It was an honor, bro. God bless you all. One love.
That's
we gotta unite. We gotta unite. And hey, if we don't do it in reality, y'all already know reality is a farce, you know, because God is real, God is love, and we want family, man. We got to wake up, bro. You know what I'm saying? God bless you guys.
Your reality is a farce too. Make sure you because I see you on that GTA too. Make sure you check out my guys, man. Ghost Gang too. Just go to the what's name too. Hit me leave a message on one of my what's names too, so I could I don't want to say they role play on here, but I'm gonna give you the what's name to they role play, so you can try to get into the role
Ghost
play,
Gang, right? Ghost Gang.
Yeah, that's a fact, but it's hard to
brother.
get.
I've been subbed to you for a grip, brother. I've been listening to you, and then tonight I had some time, so I hopped on. But yeah, we gonna make it happen.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. And
All right,
make
one
sure
love, family. One love, family. Y'all take care of yourself. Stay safe.
Salute.
Watch out for these demons, man. Salute. Watch out for them, man. All right, one love.
You know how that go, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Pettyville. Also, Far Rock 22, my guy. I want to let you know I appreciate all the donations, and I want you to know you are definitely too. I got this merch. I got this. What the fuck is that? Hold up.
Oh, this guy's eating bush on the online.
That's crazy. I got the merch coming, and I can guarantee you, Janice, Melly Mel, I got a list. Y'all will be the first ones to get free merch. You know what I'm saying, I got the PO box and shit that I'm setting up and shit when I get back out here. So yeah, I gotta let y'all know I appreciate y'all because y'all been here since day one. Y'all always support, always donate, man. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely gladly appreciated. So I know I always tell people to go check out your social media and all that shit too. But I mean, if you want to let the people know one more time, if you want to let them know, you ain't gotta let them know. But JetBlue, what the fuck do you got on the screen, my nigga?
I don't know if that's porn or what.
Nah, I don't know, but he got that shit crazy.
So if you want to catch me on Instagram, it's infamous on. You know what I'm saying? INFAMOUS_Owen. You know, so and I'm on the PlayStation too. OMurder_NYC. You know what I'm saying? So
you fuck with that GTA, my nigga?
I'll be on it every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on the Call of Duty. I'll be playing poker. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Make sure y'all go check out my guy Vision. I ain't gonna lie, these was watching them doing this Ghost Gang, doing a role play shit. They made me want to go out and go grab this PS5. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna get that to my son. I'm gonna get the gaming PC. I'm gonna do mine because I'll be streaming my shit. If I'm be sitting there playing games, I might as well make money off it. So,
man, make sure you make sure you get correct, man, because the online they don't play, man.
Nah, you know why? That's why I've been playing on the PS4 right now. Just trying to get a hang of that shit, because that's what I'm saying, man. Like, the aiming and all that shit. Like, let's just say the games ain't the same back in the day, like when we used to play. You know what I'm saying, like, it's a lot of buttons. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, you know how that go. Bob Marley, you want to say something to the people before we get up out of here, my G?
Safety, like crazy shit going on, like niggas wilding, just pay attention to your loved ones type shit. Feel?
That's a fact, man. So y'all definitely, everybody out there, y'all make sure y'all stay safe, stay dangerous out there in the street at the same time. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my guy Stats 280 channel if y'all not subscribed. Other than that, y'all know the slogan. You can't get this money when you in there sleep on the couch. It's impossible. Everybody else gonna be outside tomorrow getting that money, making that guap. Nope. Y'all niggas gonna still be on the couch, broke, looking stupid, man. So salute to all my dirts out there. Salute to the Wrench Gang members. Salute to all the CCG, EBK, Jet Woos. Y'all know how that go. Salute to my guy Far Rock, my guy Bob Marley. Jet Blue is in the building. I forgot a whole bunch. Oh, Smith 702. Right. Yeah, man. Salute to all of them. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Kev Matt. He's live right now. Lady Live, y'all go subscribe to her channel. She's live right now. Other than that, that's it for your boy Harlem Smiley. Next time y'all see me, I'm gonna be somewhere on the eastern seaboard side of town, man. I know how I go. Your boy Harlem Smiley, one only Dirt Game TV. Gone.